Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again today. Um, in in the past episodes, I've shown you sort of my Wealth Simple portfolio. However, in my last episode, I did share that I've recently created a new tool that I'm hoping to be using to manage my investments overall this year. My goal through this video is to show you sort of how I've been using that tool to sort of manage and kind of plan my investment overall. My various investments, as you may know, includes my RDSP, my TFSAs, and my RRSP, which if you're um, if you're new to my channel, that's an account that I haven't been investing in because my current goal is to primarily focus on my TFSA and my RDSP. Um, Additionally, one of the goals that I'm currently working towards, which I do have some good news in that regards. If you're new to my channel, do make sure to go and watch my previous episodes, and you may know or may have better idea as to what I'm talking about in terms of what the good news is. However, I'm not going to be sharing that good news in this video particularly. Um, as there's still a bit of work towards that, and I will potentially be sharing that in my next video. Um, if what I've been saying so far sounds good to you and you're interested in learning how I've been using my my wealth building trackers to kind of manage my investments and so on, then stay tuned and I will get to showing you what I've been doing with this tool. All right, let's get started. In this particular one, the Prosper Track Wealth Manager, um, I use it as an overall way of getting glimpse of the various accounts that I use for investment purposes, as a way to sort of have the information in one place and to have it at a glance. This tool particularly has been really useful for that purposes. As you can see, in the first column, you'll see that I have an account called RDSP, RRSP, right? So that is currently the total value of the account. Oops. That is currently the total value of that account. Um, the second account is my TFSA, and you can see this is the value of the account when I created this particular portfolio. And now the third account is my non-registered account, um, which again shows you what the value is at the time of making this video. Similarly, my RDSP account is the fourth account that's tracked using this particular template or tool. And the last column just kind of add up the entire value of all the accounts and gives you sort of like an overview of the entire value of the portfolio at the bottom here. So let's get into seeing what is actually in each account and sort of the value of each assets and in the different accounts. Um, in my RRSP, as you can see, I currently own iShare Canadian Financial Monthly Income, which I have 4 shares of. The current book value of that particular stock is or ETF in this case is 27 dollars, and the market value is 27.84, um, giving me a gain of 70 cents, 75 cents basically. Similarly, Medexus Pharmaceutical, I currently own 51 shares of it, and the book cost of that particular stock is $145, and the market value is 125.74. Um, Meaning I'm currently down about 19 cents and 45 $19 and 45 cents. My next one, which if you have been watching my channel for quite some times now, you may know that one of my favorites ETF is XEQT, and the reason why I love this particular product is it offers an all-in-one opportunity for you to kind of invest uh, in a diversified product, right? A globally diversified product, and I'm sure there's plenty of videos that's already talked about the benefits and the advantages to investing using globally diversified products like XEQT. One of the really major selling points for me in terms of why I'm investing in this particular product is that it simplifies investing for somebody that's new to investing and somebody that just wants kind of like an hands-off approach to investments. Um, that was the drawing factor when I first began to look at this particular product. At the moment, I currently own about 170.31 shares, 170.31 shares of this particular ETF. The book value of this share is currently 4,395, and the market value is currently 4,834 cents, $34. As you can see, I'm currently in the positive on this one quite a bit. I currently have um, 442.23 cents in gains on that particular one. The next ETF that I'm currently investing in this particular account is my VDY, Vanguard Canadian I Dividends Yield Index ETF. This one particularly is meant for those that are interested in investing for dividend purposes. Um, and as a growth or equity based dividend investor like myself, I think this is by far one of the best product that we have in Canada when it comes to dividend investing. Um, as you can see, currently I own about 52 shares of this particular ETF, currently valued at 2,160. Um, was the book cost that I paid for it. At the moment, it's currently at 2,179 cents, 2,179.32 cents. Meaning I'm currently a little bit on the positive on this particular one. Um, I'm about 18.72 cents positive there. Um, Overall, the total amount of shares that I own currently altogether for this particular account is listed here. Similarly, the total book cost for this particular account is listed here, and the total market value of all the products together is listed here. So if we subtract all the losses, is added up and it gives us a total here, and the gains are also added up and gives us a total here. So when you subtract the losses minus the from the gains, that's how we get the total number here. So at the moment, I'm currently up 442.25 cents. This account is one that I continue to invest in. That I don't invest in, as I mentioned at the beginning. As again, I'm currently focusing more on all my other investments. My TFSA, this account is going to change significantly in the near future. As again, I do have some news, good news in regards to the purpose of this particular account. The current amount of shares is currently 1,586 point 586.8, and currently valued at the book cost for this account is 78,597, and market value as of today is 78,486. And keep in mind, this particular product, um, uh, cash ETF, is basically works like any other ETF, such as high interest ETFs, basically, where you put your money in, and at the end of the month, um, the gains on that account is taken out and distributed back to you as dividends. Um, as a stand, I'm currently expecting the dividend for this month. Hence why it's showing a loss of 111.02 here. So this particular account again is going to see some significant changes coming soon. Um, my non-registered account, as you can see, the purpose of this particular um, share. One thing that I really love about this product that I've created here is I can particular particularly track different goals in this column. Let's say, for example, I'm using this to track my vacation fund. Again, I've invested cash into this. Um, Currently, the amount of shares of that I own is 63.71, currently valued at 3,192. Again, market value is 3,187. Um, Again, it's showing that I'm at a loss, and that's because there hasn't been the distribution hasn't been made for this month. Again, similarly, I'm invested in this particular ETF for my emergency groceries. Um, Again, the amount of shares of that one that I own is listed here. The book cost is also listed here, the market value here. Um, the loss is currently showing as 9.11 cents. Again, I'm expecting distribution for that one as well. Oh, actually, never mind. This one has been distributed back to me. Yeah, this one has been distributed back to me. So, this one, there's no issue here. So the value of it has been redistributed back to me. My emergency savings, my main emergency savings is currently my high interest savings account, currently sitting at 163.6 1.66, currently valued at 8,206, and the market value is 8,188. Um, Again, I'm expecting distribution for this one, so the value of it should change at some point in the coming weeks. Um, this particular one, my RDSP, is one that you guys might not be familiar with on this channel because I couldn't really show you sort of what is invested in this particular account before. However, this is one of the reasons why I created this template, is to be able to show you and share with you sort of what my strategy is for my RDSP, and sort of what products I've invested in, and why I've invested in what I've invested in my RDSP as well. Fortis is one that I invested in quite early on in my investment journey. At the moment, I'm down significantly on this particular investment. I invested 2,980 overall into this particular one. Um, However, I'm down to 290.49 cents. Keep in mind that this loss that is showing does not include, um, or the gain or the book value does not include the dividends that have been returned back to me, as I'm not particularly returning any of the dividend back to that ETF. I'm investing it in another ETF instead, rather than putting it back into Fortis. Fortis is one that's kind of more or less like a cash cow. I know you shouldn't invest for cash cow purposes, but even though it's down right now, I know that overall the dividends is really good and it's safe dividends. So I'm just gonna hold on to it for as long as possible, and hope that I continue to get the dividends and that it grows and uh, um, becomes a better product overall in the long run. Xgrow um, is another one that I invested in earlier on in my investment journey. As you can see, I currently own about 202 shares of Xgrow, um, valued at the time that I bought it for 4,904, and it's currently valued at 5,310, which means I'm up about 405.63. Um, so yeah, Xgrow is quite similar to XEQT that I discussed earlier on. Um, Initially, when I was investing more into Xgrow because I wanted to. I like the idea of having some bond in my investment initially, as sort of an edge towards like fluctuation in the market. However, as I've become more of as my investment journey has evolved, I've realized that I have quite a long time to be able to invest in this account. Um, at minimum, I'm here to invest in this account for 30 years. So there's no need for me to be investing for bond purposes. I should be more aggressive at the beginning, while I'm still young, and hence one of the reason why my primary focus in terms of investment at the moment is in my XEQT shares. So let's move on. XEI currently own about 100 shares of that one, um, which I bought for um, 2,458 and some change. I'm currently down a little bit on that one. Currently at the value of 2,445. I'm down about 13.99 on this particular one. Um, this one is one that I'm actually quite happy with, right? Like it's one that also on a monthly basis gives me dividends as well. I'm investing that one for dividend purposes. Um, I think one of the things that most people need to be aware of is when you're investing, you need to understand why you're investing in a particular product. Are you investing in it for dividend purposes, or are you investing in it because you're looking to grow your wealth over the long run? Um, neither strategy is wrong. You just have to be careful that when you're investing for dividend purposes, that you don't get trapped in some of those dividend trap, right? Where they give you a really high dividend at the beginning, and but because the company is poorly managed and it's not a really good company, the value of that company continue to depreciate. Therefore, the overall value of the shares would continue to decline. And ultimately, at some point, they're gonna have to cut that dividend that they're currently giving you to meet expectations for the value of the stock. So you have to be mindful of why you're investing and what the purpose of your investment purposes is. Um, Plaza REITs. Plaza REITs is another dividend. Not a dividend. It's REITs. It's a REIT. And the difference between dividends and REITs is basically like a real estate uh, um, fund, right? Like basically a real estate companies, right? They take your money and they use it to buy properties, and they lease those properties out to companies like I'm sure you must have been to the mall, right? Like places like Dollarama, um, Shoppers, Walmarts, all those major brands. Those are companies that lease from Plaza REITs. Um, the current total value of that share that I have for Plaza REIT is 219, and I bought it at 932.96. Currently trading at 808.11. So as you can see, I'm a little bit down. I'm down more than I would expect to be, but overall, I guess the real REITs sector is not really doing quite well at the moment. In the meantime, I continue to receive really solid and reliable dividends every month from this particular product. And the last product that I have in my RDSP is Smart Center. This is another REIT. I own about 40 shares of that one. Currently, I bought it at 1,000 plus, and then at the moment it's currently valued at 986 dollars. Um, I'm down 97.99 cents on that one. So as you can see, the total amount of shares that I own in my RDSP is 1,138, with the lion shares of my shares being in XEQT. Um, and the total value of my investment at the moment is currently 26,000 plus, and the total market value of the fund is 27,185. Um, the total loss that I've experienced is 527.32, and the total value of gains that I've realized over time is 1,000 plus. As somebody that started investing in my RDSP significantly last year, I think, overall, I lost a significant chunk of last year when it comes to investing in this particular account. Um, my aggressive approach when I began to realize how much I really wanted to use this product has paid off significantly. I did invest in some products that, in hindsight, I would have loved to have invested in more XEQT at the beginning, but when you're a beginner investor, you're gonna make mistakes. There's no way around it. You're gonna make mistakes. Um, and the goal is to learn from those mistakes and move on from them. For example, I invested in Tellus for a significant chunk of time last year. However, I realized that even though Tellus is a really good company for a lot of really incredible purposes, it's just not right for me, right? Like the type of investments that I'm looking for and the type of companies that I'm looking to invest in, um, it is quite different from what Tellus is currently offering. And as a result, I sold that product. I sold that share. My entire shares of Tellus was sold last year. Um, which made way for me to invest more of it into XEQT. This year, I want to continue to uh, invest $100 into my RDSP on a monthly basis, and when I have additional funds available to me, I'd like to be able to put that more into my RDSP. One advantage for investing in RDSP that you may not be aware of is that when you invest in your RDSP, the government is going to give you a certain amount in grants and bond towards ensuring that your investment uh, is matched to a certain extent, right? So they'll match it either 3 to 1 or 2 to 1, and the more you invest in it, the more the government is going to sort of back off every year. Um, the maximum I believe the government is going to give you in terms of grants is about 70,000, and in addition, you're going to get based on the amount of income that you do bring in, you're going to get some bond depending on your income threshold. Um, so that is my overall investment account. However, I do want to show you some of the other products that I made to track my investments. Um, let's see. Oh, DSP. Is it going to let me track this? Hmm. Not sure why it's not letting me move on to the next one. Hmm. Anyways, it looks like it's now going to allow me to show you some of my other products, but I could explain to you that I do have my RDSP 2024 contribution log, which I made a contribution of $100 into the account, um, which shows that the total amount in the account at the moment is 27,000 plus. So again, I want to continue to invest in this particular product over the course of 2024. And let me know what you're investing in. Is there any particular product that you're invested in that you think I should take a look at? That might be a good fit for my investment style and strategy. Let me know in the comments section down below. If you have an idea of what I'm talking about in terms of what the good news could be, also let me know in the comments section down below. I love hearing from you guys. If you're a member of Blossom, please, please, check out my Blossom portfolio, and you can kind of track my investments as I go along over the months, and you can get an instantaneous access to the various trades that I make on my various investment portfolios over the course of the coming months. Um, I will continue to make videos on this channel, and I will continue to improve the quality of products that I made available to you guys on this channel. Um, Thank you so much for watching this video. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Okay, bye bye.